Yo, what is going on, guys? NRUK Racing League here. I'm Jake. Did that a bit differently today. Welcome. So round number 9 of the NRUK Cup Series season. Delighted to welcome everyone back to the premiere for today's race. Today we're at the home of the NRUK, Rockingham Motor Speedway in the United Kingdom for round number 9 here at Rockingham. It's the Lucozade 400 today. 42 drivers around the UK's only proper oval track, really, but this is our base. This is where the NRUK Racing League is set up, and it's going to be 42 drivers involved in wacky British carnage today. Without further ado, let's get into your starting lineup. On the pole then for today's race, the 6 of Mason Hayward. To his outside, the 47 is Dylan Ebrahimian. On the next row, Evan Hunter starts alongside Priya McShane. Then we have Arena McShane and Andrew Bean. On the next row, Co Luigi starts alongside Max Anderson. Then we have Tim Gary and Kevin Bandon. Jose Mills is up next with Adam McDowell. And then we have the 2 Stuart Haas teammates, Grace Takayoma and Kyle Hunter. On the next row, Jeff Bright starts alongside Travis Chambers. Then we have Tyler Bradley and Greg Torres. William Bullen is up next alongside Alexander Rowe. Then we have Dan Bandon and Carter Friesen. Jake Richardson is up next. Patrick Smith on the high side of him. Then we have Nathan Stapleton and Max Bushway. Nonigan Scott, the Brit, back in his home country. Can he get the win today? He starts alongside Mohammed Zain Abdullah. Then we have Sebastian Kukulon and DJ Reed. On the next row, Derek Hamill starts alongside Code Red. Then we have Sebastian Dupain and Trey Wright, Zachary DeLello and William Seaman, Eli Bright and Samit Ozcan, Cynthia Bright and Keith Stevens. And on the final row, Riley Snare and Brett Sirra. Hayward is on the pole then. Can he close off victory? 34 laps, a long race here today. But Rockingham always provides some quite incredible race action. We've seen it in Foreign UK. And Co Luigi here might have an issue. He pulled down low, maybe not. No, he's back up into line. He just pulled down there really low. And we've seen it before where guys have not started a race due to there being a problem on their car. And Code Luigi here might be coming in. That's going to ruin the start for Tim Gary. And Code is coming in with an issue. So the 24 already experienced an issue. That's going to move Tim Gary up a row and the rest on that inside lane. Code is unfortunately out. This torrid start to life in the 24 continues. But Mason Hayward and Dylan Ebrahimian are going to lead the rest down to the start-finish line. The green flag will fly. We're racing in the UK. And a decent opening 2 turns for Mason Hayward, who dominated at Talladega last time. Here comes Joe Gibbs Racing's Evan Hunter on the inside lane. Through turn number 4 for the first time today. Evan Hunter in the 11 is going to come across the stripe to lead lap number 1 at Rockingham. 3 wide behind them for second. Ebrahimian, Hayward and McShane. Look at them all sliding out across the pack. Arena McShane goes into second. Look at Andrew Bean making some good early progress. But Evan Hunter so far has the lead. What will happen though as we reach the closing stage of this race? McShane with a good exit off of that turn. And down this straightaway, have we seen a wreck there? Looks to be quite a few cars missing. And it is. The caution flies on lap number 2. An early caution here. And it's the pole sitter Mason Hayward's gone around. Trey Wright, Kyle Hunter, Adam McDowell, Derek Hamill. Looks like the rest of them are fine, but we're wrecking here early on. Coluigi's back out on track, but a few laps down. But the first caution flag of the day has flown. Evan Hunter led them back. And this is a very bizarre one indeed. Mason Hayward, who started on pole on the outside here, into the turn. Here comes Max Anderson steaming up the inside, gets into the back quarter panel. That sends the 38 down into Kevin Bannon, who comes up the track, cleans the 6 out, and we are wrecking early doors here. As Adam McDowell getting his damage there. Kyle Hunter goes around. Look at Jake Richardson swerving through that. Nonigan Scott as well. That kind of does create a bit of a stack-up effect, so we'll have to see the damage maybe caused by some of these drivers. There's Trey Wright spinning through the grass on the inside lane. A wreck early on here brings out the first caution. Let's go on board with your pole sitter to see what happened here. coming into turn number 2. Nothing really the 6 could do there. It's gone board with Jake Richardson, who somehow managed to negotiate his way through that wreck and somehow miss. The car's sliding back across that little part of straightaway here. And it wasn't as bad as first thought for Jake, but he did a good job of avoiding that. And the first caution of the day is flying on lap number 2 here. Got an early caution, and we're going to get restarted pretty soon to see what happens when we come back to the restart. And just to interrupt you here from this commercial break, and your leader Evan Hunter is pulling down pit road, we believe, with the reports of a flat tyre going down maybe on the 11. So maybe there's a tyre going down, and therefore he's got to pit and surrender his lead here. The 11 got off to a perfect start, but he's coming down pit lane, and that's going to hand the lead to Arena McShane when we get restarted. Coming back to restart on lap number 7 then. Kodoiji is still in this race, but he will be a lap down. And a few other guys here with damage had to come down pit lane, but none of them are currently out. So all 42 drivers are still in. And we're going to restart here on lap number 7. The top 5 then. Arena McShane in first. Andrew Bean is in second. Third, Dylan Ebrahimian. Fourth is Tim Gary. And in fifth, Grace Takayoma. And a wild start, a wreck already on lap 2. Are we going to see another one in quick succession, or do they keep it clean? We'll find out shortly. For turn 4 then, Arena McShane looking for win number 2 for Stuart Haas Racing this year. She's going to bring them off and get them restarted here. What are we going to see here on the restart? Green flag in the air, we're back racing. 47 of Dylan Ebrahimian just didn't go, and the front 2 got a fantastic leap on the rest of the field. Andrew Bean in the 96. Is he going to make a charge here towards the inside? Through turn 2 then, for the first time on the restart. Andrew Bean to the inside in the 96 for Gaunt Bros Racing. That Toyota Camry looks fast, looks quick, and they make it through that time. The 14 just taps the ball. Here comes Tim Gary, who's had a fantastic season so far. Is he looking to win a race again? But Grace Takayoma and Priya McShane are also trying to get up towards the front. Look at all these 3 Stuart Haas Racing cars inside this lead group here. Tim leads for now, but here comes the 41 and the 10. What are they going to do for turn number 2? Tim keeps the lead for now, but smacks the wall. He smacked the wall hard. He killed the momentum of the 41. And Priya McShane now will take the lead. Is that going to affect the performance of Tim Gary? Out of turn 2, he exited and absolutely clobbered the outside wall. That killed the momentum of Grace Takayoma, who's racing behind him too. And now Priya McShane leads this race with Arena McShane in seconds. The McShane's dominating here. Tim now in third. Ebrahimian is still there. Takayoma still remains in the top 5 for now. Look at Greg Torres and Jake Richardson finding their way to the front. Oh, and Tim's in the wall again. That's the second time he's done that. Change for the lead here. Arena McShane is coming back towards the front in the 14. It's the inside with Dylan Ebrahimian and Andrew Bean following from behind. And now look at Ebrahimian chucking this car towards the inside. To the stripe this time. McShane leads, but the 47 probably going to take that lead sooner rather than later. And Tim Gary, is he going to make it 3 laps on the bounce where he's hit the outside wall? We'll find out. Ebrahimian now is in the lead, and through the turn they go. Oh, Bean now hits the wall. They're all sliding up the track here. So, is there some oil laid down from that previous wreck? We'll have to find out. And Tim has fallen right back, and DeLello is swerving there. And the caution now does fly. It is Tim Gary who's gone around, and Kevin Bandon. Code Red involved, Anna McDowell, and a whole host of drivers. Travis Chambers, and we have got a huge wreck through turn number 2 here. It was almost inevitably going to happen. Tim Gary has finally spun out, and Dylan Ebrahimian leads them back to the stripe. Some incredible racing, but no one can stop getting themselves into that wall off turn number 2. Let's go see how this second caution has happened. Name me a better combination than Tim Gary in the turn 2 wall at Rockingham. You'll struggle to find one, because he has hit the wall again here. Running through turn number 2 again. He this time takes a lower line, but Zachary DeLello flies up the track straight into him. That's a hard hit for the 32. He finally goes around, spins it back across the front of the track, and that's always going to spell trouble as he's trying to sort it around it. There's Patrick Smith, Code Red, and Samet Ozcan with hard hits. Look at Dupain, almost misses him there. Trying to figure out Kevin Bandon, who just piled into that. Bandon was stuck on the high side, nowhere to go, and clobbered the 32. But look at this in front of them. Patrick Smith with hard damage. There's Travis Chambers involved. Adam McDowell as well. Samet Ozcan. Let's see this from Code Red's view to see what happened after they made that impact with the 32. That's a hard link there for a lot of those drivers, including Code Red. Travis Chambers came flying into it towards the end there and caused some quite obscene damage to his car. Let's go on board with probably just go on board with the 48 to see what he saw. He came into that wreck late and absolutely piled into it. You can see it's really not his fault. He had quite a blocked view because of the smoke. He was struggling to see. And fortunately for him, wrong place for wrong time. Samet Ozcan, let's see what he saw. A hard link for this wreck. And he's probably going to be out of this race. Nothing the 37 can do. He's going to be out of another wreck this season. And Tim Gary, who clobbered the wall a few times here, has now brought out a second caution. It's not going to be his day today. He's not going to win at Rockingham. And we're going to get restarted very shortly. We will come to restart then on lap number 15. Out from this race then. It's a long list of drivers. Samet Ozcan is out. Code Red has finished for the day. Patrick Smith is done. Tim Gary, Kevin Bandon, Travis Chambers, Adam McDowell and Max Anderson have all wrecked. 34 now remain in the race as we're close to the halfway stage. That turn 2 always a cursed turn, it seems here for many a driver. The top 5 coming back to the restart is Ebrahimian, McShane, Torres, Richardson and Friesen. And we're going to restart for the second time today after a big wreck on the back on that little straightaway. I guess you could call it the back stretch, but 34 now left remain. Still got a long way to go. But who's going to steal the victory? Ebrahimian leads them back to the stripe. And the green flag will fly. We're restarting again. Again, the leader got a superb jump over second this time. Arena McShane cannot deal with the 47, and now she's going to be under pressure from Greg Torres in the 17. Here comes Torres on the inside, coming up to the front for the first time today. Jake Richardson, who's had a good run of results, he's also towards the front now. But solid restart from Dylan Ebrahimian. He leads out front here in the 47, looking for win number 2 of the year. Won race number 2 at Atlanta. Can he now do it today at Rockingham? He leads this lap. So he'll get dicey behind them. Greg Torres has broken away into second place. Carter Friesen is now into third. Look at this battle here. Eli Bright. Where has the 88 come from? He threw himself right through that turn. Oh, and Friesen and DeLello hit the wall this time. And Ebrahimian probably did as well. And now Greg Torres is your leader. Greg Torres to the lead. Ebrahimian in second. How about Eli Bright coming up into third? Where has the 88 come from? He threw himself into that turn last time out. And we're getting some very dicey racing and action here from Rockingham. Torres leads. Ebrahimian second. Bright in third, fourth for Grace Takayama, and Carter Friesen rounds out the top 5. But look at the damage on the right side of some of these cars. Who makes it through the turn this time? Fine. Torres hits the wall. I think they're all hitting the wall. They are. It's just who hits the wall more than others at this point. Ibrahimian now gets a run and momentum off of turn number 3. And now he'll go to the inside again, trying to regain the lead. He won't. Torres keeps it for this lap. But the front two got a breakaway, and their caution again. Max Bushway has wrecked. And for the third time today, we're on the caution. Derek Hamill down pit lane. And they are once again wrecking at Rockingham. It's a term that's being used quite a lot here today. The third caution is out. And this started way before it actually took place here. Derek Hamill is racing alongside Dan Bandon. And through the turn here, see they make contact, and the 51 goes flying towards the inside. I almost into the info, and he saves it for a minute. But then a violent crash as he comes back up the track, over on his roof. The 51 and the 4 of Kyle Hunter and Max Bushway have some incredible links there. Huge wreck here through turn number 2. Once again, that wall is cursing a lot of drivers today. It's the place you do not want to be, but everyone seems to hit it at the moment. Let's go on board with the 78 of Max Bushway. I don't think he had much idea what was coming or incoming for him. And I mean, there was nothing that the 78 could do there. Just came flying up the track. Kyle Hunter's also involved here. It's been a bad day for the 4 team. Not what they wanted to see at all. So a few more cars I think are going to be out of this one. The second caution of the day, or the third caution of the day even, is out here for a flip for Derek Hamill and a 3-car wreck. Restarting on lap number 22, it has been a wrecked field race at Rockingham. And Max Bushway and Derek Hamill are out from that incident and wreck. Kyle Hunter does remain out on track, but dead last. But we've seen a lot of cautions today. Are we going to see another one before the race ends? Probably. And likelihood of this race finishing under caution is very high right now. Can they keep it clean? Can we see some good action? We have seen good action. It's just been a few wrecks in the middle, and Keith Stevens there has issues towards the back of the field. He's now going to pull down pit lane. Top 5 then: Torres, Ibrahimian, Bright, Friesen and William Bewley looking for back-to-back wins. The 2 of Keith Stevens is out of this race now. He's just pulled low on the backstretch, I believe. He might be coming down the pit lane. And we're going to try and rejoin the leaders here quickly for the restart. It must be noted that some drivers have pit on the caution to get or treat right side damage from them smacking the turn 2 wall. And the green flag flies again. The Torres leads them in the dust. Runner-up finish at Talladega last time for Greg Torres, trying to go one better today at Rockingham. Ibrahimian in second. Look at Eli Bright, who's made a superb charge through the field. He's now up towards the front. William Bewley making some good progress. They're not into the wall this lap, but they probably will be next time. And now Eli Bright is into second. William Bewley looking for back-to-back wins, charging through the field. Nathan Stapleton is there. Sebastian Kuklon as well. And off of turn number 4, Torres leads this lap. But William Bewley got a superb run off of that one. And now can he make it capitalise? Can they catch the 17? Oh, Bewley and Bright get so close there. 23 now chucks it towards the inside. Look at them racing, battling hard at Rockingham. They keep it going through the turn that time. Keith Stevens is off the pace. Are they going to catch him? And are they going to catch Greg Torres first? William Bewley now into second. Stapleton making his way up into third. And finally, a good run for that one team who has struggled so much this year. Now they're finally racing inside the top 5 and could have an opportunity here at the win. Sebastian Kuklon is also there. He's had a good run of races. Carter Friesen, don't discount him yet, but it's all about whether they can catch the 17 of Greg Torres. They're now all in the wall again off of that turn. Torres hit the wall, but not as bad as some of these other guys. And look at Carter Friesen and Jake Richardson What a run through that turn they got. But Greg Torres here has almost a full second lead over second place. And unless for a caution, he has got the win right now. Bulin is the one in pursuit. And behind Bulin is Carter Friesen and Jake Richardson now. Kuklon and Stapleton still running well. And there's still a lot of drivers here who can win this race. But it's all about whether the 17 makes a mistake. Because so far he hasn't. And he's been superb on this restart. For the rest of the field, we see them run. Torres, Bulin, Richardson, Kuklon, and now Stapleton back up into 5th. It's incredible racing here at Rockingham. But Greg Torres here might be rounding off a victory in the next few laps or so. Bulin is the one in pursuit and looking for back-to-back wins in the NRUK Cup Series. Can he find it? Can he do it? It's looking unlikely, it has to be said. But if a caution comes out now, that changes the perspective of everything. Jake Richardson to the inside, and the caution is out. Caution is out. Friesen and Mills have gone around here. And now this does change everything. We're going to have a couple of lap shootout here. And that humongous lead that Greg Torres had has been dwindled down to nothing. A 1.5 second lead over William Bulin in second. And now that has gone, and now it's anyone's race to win. Another caution at Rockingham. And a late race restart. Let's go see how it happened. Turn 2 strikes again to bring out this race-changing caution. Carter Friesen to the inside of Grace Takayoma, and they collide. And then we all know what happens from there. Death. Friesen, they both go around. They make contact into the wall. Friesen back across the track. Hits the 18 of Jose Mills. And I think the rest of the drivers made it through with some good wreck avoidance. Brett Sierra maybe with a little bit of damage there. But apart from that, it wasn't the biggest wreck we've seen today. We'll go on board with Carter Friesen before getting back to the restart. And this restart could mean everything to these drivers. I think it's the 4th or 5th caution of the day here. I'm starting to lose count. But the restart is going to be hectic for sure. Can't wait to join us in a few laps for the end of this race. And when they come back at Rockingham, it'll be 4 to go. 4 laps to decide the winner. Caution comes out in between that period. First driver to make it back to the stripe will be your winner. And boy, this is going to be some finish for sure. Out now from this race. Carter Friesen has done for the day. He has finished. And that dwindles the field down to 31. But the top 10 here realistically do have a shot. Greg Torres, who had that big lead, cut down, is your leader. William Bulin looking for back-to-back wins in second. Jake Richardson is in third. 4th for Sebastian Kuklon. 5th is Mohamed Zain Abdullah. Eli Bright is in 6th. Rolly Snare is in 7th. DJ Reed in 8th. Trey Wright 9th. And Dylan Ebrahimian rounds out the top 10. So a few names at the front there that we have not heard today. Can they seal a victory here for their teams? This is going to be one heck of a restart. And we're going to watch it all live right in front of you. 4 laps of action. But which driver is going to come away with the win? Is Greg Torres going to extend that gap once again? And is this car going to be too strong for the field, or does someone else bring it home? This is it. This is the finish of the Lucozade 400. And we're going to get green again at Rockingham. Here we go. Torres leads. Green flag in the air. We're racing. It was an okay start from Torres, but William Bulin also was not sleeping. He jumped on the opportunity. The 23 looking for back-to-back wins here. Jake Richardson. They're all still kind of tightly bunched now. Remember, the caution comes out. First driver to make it back will be the winner. William Bulin to the inside lane. Here he goes. 23. Is he going to close off the win here? Oh, they're almost contact off of the turn there. Through turn 4. Bulin leads. Look at Sebastian Kukulon throwing it to the inside in the 13. Here he comes. Kukulon, Abdullah and Snare on the inside. DJ Reed is also making a charge. Look at this action from Rockingham. It's quite incredible. Kukulon leads with 3 to go. Abdullah is charging. Snare is also charging. Off the turn. Kukulon with not the exit. And now Mohammed Zain Abdullah is in the lead of the race. Can he get a good exit? Riley Snare will be the next challenger. But the 7 with a fantastic exit. With a huge advantage over the rest of the field. Snare and Reed pushing hard. But Zain Abdullah might have just won this race with 2 to go. He has a good advantage over second. DJ Reed is now into second place. Kukulon is back towards the inside. So is Jake Richardson. But look at DJ Reed in the 42. Can he hunt down the 7? Oh, he's in the wall. That could be the race. Mohammed Zain Abdullah capitalised on the restart. He did ever so hard. Now he has a huge gap over the field. It's going to take a colossal mistake on the last lap to prize this win away from him. White flag for Abdullah at Rockingham. He's just got to hold on for a few more turns, not make any mistakes, and he has this race won. Richardson and Kukulon waiting in the wings. How badly does he mess up turn 2? He doesn't at all. It's a perfect turn for Mohammed Zain Abdullah, and a late race restart has worked in his favour. And for the first time in his NRUK career, the 7 car turns off turn number 4. Mohammed Zain Abdullah is going to take home the victory today in the UK, and he wins at Rockingham. The rest of the drivers pass through the start-finish line, but Mohammed Zain Abdullah has rounded off the victory today. A late, dramatic race restart, but similar to Greg Torres, he just found that rhythm, found that lead, and got the job done in an incredible incredible late race restart. Congrats to the 7 car on the victory. Let's look at the finishing results. Jake Richardson closes off a second place, and the whole 2nd and 3 there was gaining 1.3 seconds gained over second in the end. DJ Reed in 4th, and Sebastian Kukulon does round out the top 5. Look at that finishing order. It was a dramatic crash-filled race at Rockingham, but those are the finishing results from today's race. Justin Dupain ends up finishing 2 laps down in the end, but all these drivers here did retire or got involved in some sort of accident. Let's go check out the point standings to see how it has changed. And this is how the points standings have been jumbled up, and William Bulin is the joint point leader with Alexander Rowe at the top of the field. Zachary DeLello 7 points behind, and Kyle Hunter is a 20-point deficit in 4th. Jeff Bright is next, followed by Dylan Abrahamian, Jake Richardson, Priya McShane, Nonagon Scott inside the top 10, and Tim Gary as well rounds out the top 10. Currently in on a wildcard spot then is Eli Bright and Arena McShane, who's currently in 18th and with a win will qualify for the chase, I believe. Down here, likes of William Seaman and Abdullah now need to get themselves inside the top 20 to try and reach the promised land of the chase. Then we have the rest of the point standings here. Bad day for Summit Oscan, who drops 10 positions. Evan Hunter gains 9 though, so a good weekend for him. That'll do it then for round number 9 of the season. Next time it's road course racing from Watkins Glen, and until next time, this has been NRUK, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you for watching.